This is Brogan Morris for KLTV. I'm here today at Canalside to talk to Mark Lillis ahead of Saturday's game against Derby. Mark, how proud of the team are you following the win against Palace?
I'm so proud. Really, what you want out of your team, really. Fighting qualities, quality passing the ball. You know, shots and crosses going in, defenders, you know, blocking shots, Alex making great saves. A clean sheet as well, so that's 2 clean sheets on the bounce, which is fantastic for the defence, so that gives them a lot of belief. And for the supporters at the end, for them to go home on a cold Wednesday night, hopefully get back to the locals for a couple of pints before they go to bed with a smile on the face and get home next day and see the 3 points, see the result in the paper. It means a lot.
So, based on the Leicester and Palace games, the team's performance seems to have, you could say it's been improved compared to previous months. Could you say this is down to your input, and if so, how do you feel you might have achieved the change?
I'm not saying I'm taking all the credit, but I played a part of it. The staff played a part of it at the club, everyone pulled together. And the players themselves, they've shown bravery of going out there, you know, against Leicester. I think, you know, in a way, would it be no points to play for and an FA Cup tie? And I stressed how important the FA Cup is when you're a footballer, and then you retire and you speak to your grandkids and they ask you what you did in your career, and you can say, you know, I had a good cup run, I played in the FA Cup, I played in the Championship, I've done well. That's good. So all in all, it's been everyone together, but the main thing for me is that togetherness, and you only get that obviously through experience as a coach of working with players, but you get that with interacting with players and talking to them, finding what makes them tick, you know, and that's been so important. And especially with us being on one site now at Canalside, that you know, you can see the players every day. So and also for me, the transaction obviously was being here for a year. You know, we see the players, even though I wasn't working with the first team, I was with the academy, but you see them every day at breakfast, at dinner time. So you know, we wasn't new to them, the coaches. You know, they knew us, and that helped.
Okay, was there anything in particular, you know, that was discussed with the players, something you might have said to them before Wednesday's game that you feel might have spurred them on to victory, so to speak?
No, not really. I think we did our homework on Palace, and they've got 3 lads up the top who are great players, and you know, Murray's one of the leading goal scorers in the Championship, and Saha's just got a fantastic move to Man United, and the kid is a special talent. And you know, we analysed him and we thought if we let him have the ball and run at us, he's going to cause us problems. So we worked on something on the training ground that when he did get the ball, we had bodies around him, so if he was going to beat one, there may be another 2 or 3 that he had to beat, and that worked for us as well. So all in all, you know, you do tactics, but then you've got to get the players to go on there and put them tactics into practice, and that's what they did.
What's the atmosphere at the club been like since the win?
It's been, I mean, the dressing room was buzzing, you know, it was absolutely buzzing, and that's what you want. And you could see the players after the game, you know, celebrating with the punters, with the supporters, and that's good. And that's what you want at a football club. You want that togetherness, and you want the fans playing a part with the players, and you want the players to acknowledge the fans. You know, the modern day game now, obviously, when I played after the game, you know, you'd mix with the fans, and if you didn't do well, they'd tell you straight you were crap or you're rubbish. But if you did well, you'd get a pat on the back off the fans, and you know, I want to try and bring that back to the club, and I think we're doing that.
Okay, so this is quite a specific question. It's something that the fans have been talking about. In the previous 2 games, the team has attacked towards the away stand in the second half rather than the first. It's something that we've rarely seen at the town ground. Something that the fans have been noticing. Is there any reason behind this change?
No, we wanted something different. You know, sometimes when you get, you've not won in 13 games, players need stimulating, and players need a change. You know, we've done if you've noticed, when we run out of the tunnel, we turn to our right to do the warm-up. And that was Steve Eyre come up with an idea, because we thought, you've got 4,000 Leicester fans. So instead of having their players, you know, 20 yards away from them, they were 150, 180 yards away from them. So little things, little attention to detail, like you change, try and get the benefit out of the players, you know, little things that you do, you know, your training, maybe to go to a different venue or get them away. Everything, it might only be one little thing that you've made a difference, and that can inspire the players.
So on Saturday's clash against Derby, They have a fairly decent home record with only 2 defeats at home this season. How prepared are you and the team for the match, would you say?
I think we're prepared well, and I think we've still got another full day to go, and we'll have a good chat with the players on Saturday in the hotel before we go to the game. So that'll be our final preparation, and then what a great stadium to go to, and there'll be a good crowd there and there'll be a good atmosphere, and that's what you want as a footballer, to go to stadiums like that and play in front of big crowds. So hopefully on the day we'll be able to handle that, and then we'll just see.
Okay, so this has already been mentioned today about Jermaine Beckford picking up a knock on Wednesday. Have there been any updates on his condition at all?
No, he'll get scanned. He'll get scanned over the next 24 hours, and then we'll obviously decide which way we're going to go when we get the scan results. But the boy was, he's been great around the place. He's really bought into our methods, and for him to come on and then have to come off with an injury, he was devastated. The lad, I spoke to him about 12 o'clock on the evening. He just got home and he still was on a down, so it wasn't a long conversation, because I know what it's like when you're injured. And then when he come in the next morning, I was there to see him, and he still was a little bit down, but like he said, he's experienced enough. But I'm hoping it's not a long-term one. If it is, we're gutted, but if it's long-term, so be it. We have to get on with it, but the quicker we can get him back fit, the better. But we've got to focus now on the rest of the lads who are fit, and that's the way the game is. You do get injuries, you get suspensions. So hopefully he'll get a quick recovery and he'll be back into the squad.
Okay, so talking of the other lads, are there any other doubts or likely changes for the weekend?
No, everyone seems okay. Everyone's buzzing. You win a game, and everyone wants to play. But it's down to myself and the staff to pick the 11 who I'm going to choose in the subs, and then we get on with it.
The loan window will reopen next week. Do you personally think the club should be looking at adding to the current squad?
I think the current squad at the moment is fine. I think obviously deadline day's gone now. The people behind the scenes got on with that. The loan window is a great opportunity for clubs like ourselves to bring players in if we think we need be. But I'm not thinking about the loan window, because that's like a week or two off. The main thing is the derby game, and then planning the training for next week.
Okay, so finally, this is a question that's been asked today. It's a question that quite a few people are asking. Could you see yourself taking the manager job on permanently if the opportunity arose for you? No,
I'm the academy manager. Dean Oil employed me and gave me a great job to work with these young players, and I'm enjoying my stint with the first team. And if I can hopefully get a few points on the board in the championship to help us stay up, I've done a great job. And whoever comes in, he's got a fantastic football club to work with and a fantastic chairman.
Okay, that's great. Thanks very much.